Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is November 2nd, 2021. So this video is for the Patreons. I made sure that I have it unlisted. Last time I made the mistake and had it public and everybody got to see our content. So let me just share this video with the Patreons so that way we can talk about Game 6 and also who we like to win the MVP tomorrow. Most of you should know already that we have Freddie Freeman to win it. So hopefully that comes through for us. So the Patreon, you guys should be okay. So the video is posted. Okay, let's get started. So right now, Freddie Freeman is still not the favorite to win it. They have Jorge Soler, Austin Riley above him. The odds for them is 650 and 600. Freddie Freeman is still at a good price at plus 700. When the series started, we had this prediction, and at that time, Freddie Freeman, his odds of winning the MVP was at plus 1100. And even during Game 2, his odds were still very high at plus 1200. So hopefully you guys catch it at a good. I mean, plus 700 is still decent. But let's just talk about why we like Freddie Freeman to win it. I mean, those of you on Patreon, you should already know why. But I wanted to make this live stream just to review everything. So where did I put this post? This is the only guy with the 117 name. I mean, I really would be shocked if he doesn't get it. So here it is. So those of you into baseball, you should already know that this year is the year of the 117th World Series. And our friend Freddie Freeman, he is the only player in the World Series that has the 117 name. Notice he was born Frederick Charles Freeman. The guy's full name in the most pure cipher, he goes 117. So how perfect would it be for him to win the World Series MVP during the 117th World Series? And notice he was born on September 12th. Today is 51 days after his birthday. Right? Today is Game 6. It'll be played later on tonight. This video is being made at 12:12 a.m. This is the beginning of November 2nd. So this prediction is going up 16 hours before the game is even played. But from his birthday to today's game is a span of 51 days. This is something we spoke about in the beginning of the series. And that's important because MVP is 51. So how perfect for him to win the MVP 51 days after his birthday, the guy with the 117 name. Notice Houston Astros is 51 as well. If the Braves win the championship today, the National League will pick up their 51st championship of all time. Right now they have 50. So 51 days after our friend Freddie Freeman's birthday, the National League can pick up their 51st championship and he can get the MVP and defeat the Houston Astros. Something we've been talking about since the playoffs started is how we expected the World Series to end on November 2nd because that's 215 days into the MLB season. The MLB season began on April 1st, 2021, on April Fool's Day. Today is 215 days later. Atlanta Braves is 215. Now, obviously, we didn't have the Atlanta Braves in the beginning of the playoffs. We had the Boston Red Sox playing the Braves, but then we saw the riddle with Dusty Baker, how he played with Hank Aaron and stuff like that. So it just made more sense for them to pay tribute to Hank Aaron by having his old teammate lose to his team. It just makes more sense. But how perfect would it be for the season, for the Atlanta Braves to win the championship 215 days into the season, when their name, the name of their team equals 215 in gematria? I mean, that's just too perfect. The Yankees, they lost during the wild card round. That game, when they lost to the Red Sox, that was 187 days into the MLB season, and New York Yankees is 187. The Astros, they clinched the World Series 204 days into the MLB season, and Houston Astros is 204. So this pattern has been consistent all throughout the playoffs, and I expect it to continue. I expect the season to end today, 215 days later. Also, speaking of Freddie Freeman, notice the season began 201 days after his birthday. A special number to the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order is 201. This is the guy we expect to win the MVP tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of you say that he hasn't done much in the playoffs, but that's not true. I mean, he hit a home run. If you go on StatMuse, he has to do a lot more tonight. He has to, at least get a couple of base hits, and then I think his MVP award is in the bank. But look, World Series stats. So he says here that he's batting .278 with 5 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and a run scored in the 5 games in the World Series. I mean, that's not bad. Now, if you're comparing that to Jorge Soler has a couple of more hits and I think 1 more home run. Austin Riley, I think this is the guy that hit that grand slam. Actually, we could just pull up all their stats and just compare it. I like the 117 though. It's just this is the year of the 117th World Series. You guys remember when the Astros was playing the Red Sox? We saw that 117 connect with Yordan Alvarez. Game 6 was 117 days after his birthday. The guy went 4 for 4. The guy who wears the number 44, like Hank Aaron. So this is that 117. I will be shocked if our friend Freeman doesn't get it tomorrow. I will really be shocked. I mean, so Jorge Soler, and his guy's name is Jorge, just like the Pope. Solar, soul means sun. This guy, he is he's a threat. Because not only is his name 56, but he was born the 56th day of the year, and his name is Jorge, just like the Pope. So I'm a little concerned about this guy. But, I like Freddie Freeman because he has the 117 in his name, and today is 51 days after his birthday, like MVP. But look, Freddie Freeman has 5 hits. This guy has 5 hits as well. He has 2 home runs. Freddie Freeman only has 1. Freddie Freeman has 3 RBIs. He also has 3 RBIs. I think the only edge that this guy has is that he scored 2 runs. And Freddie Freeman only has 1 run scored. But this is what I'm saying. It's all about Game 6, really. It's who performs the best in Game 6 between these 2 players. Now, we also got to look at the guy who hit the grand slam, Austin Riley. Austin Riley. You see this guy, this is another guy that's a threat. He's batting .381 in the World Series. 8 hits, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. He has 8 hits. But he has no home runs. And he has the same amount of RBIs as the rest of those players. So, again, it's all about Game 6. Because Freddie Freeman can go, he could go 3 for 4 easily. He's one of the best players in the league. But even if he doesn't go 3 for 4, I think if he goes 2 for 4, and let's say he hits 1 home run, because it's all about Game 6. Because Game 6 is, whoever performs the best in Game 6 is probably gonna get it, because that's who the MVP award is given to the player who has the most impact in the series. And think about it, Game 6, whoever has the best game in Game 6 wins the championship. They're up 3-2 over the Astros. So whoever has the best game in Game 6 between these 3 players is going to get the MVP. I don't see anything numerically with Austin Riley. Again, I don't see nothing in the numbers to really say, this guy. Let's see. He was born April 2nd. Today's 214 days after his birthday. He was born Michael Austin Riley. Let's take a look at the gematria of his name. His name is 87. Well, his name is 54, 144, and 72, like Jesuit order. And today is a day with 54 numerology. I don't understand how people could debate the Jesuit order behind the creation of all these players. I mean, look at this guy's name. This guy's perfect match with Jesuit order. So they could give it to this guy on the 54-day numerology. He does have 8 hits in the playoffs, in the World Series. But how can they not give it to Mr. 117, man? Ah, my goodness. 51 days after his birthday, man. When MVP is 51. 51 days after his birthday, like MVP. And that's a big number because, again, the National League can pick up their 51st championship today, later on today. And this is the guy who won the MVP before. And you know what else is special about Freddie Freeman? He is a free agent after this season. So winning this MVP is probably very important for him to make his decision at the end in the offseason on what team he wants to stay with. So think about it. He wins the championship with the Braves. He won an MVP last year. He won the National League of MVP. And then he wins the World Series MVP. I think they want this guy to be the franchise player. Just clearly. So let's see what happens. I do expect the Braves to close it out today, though. 215 days into the season. You just check in with the live stream. Oh, nobody. Oh, 5 people's watching. Yeah, I don't expect a lot of people to watch this video. Maybe you'll watch it later on. But this video is not gonna go on YouTube until the game is over and the MVP is determined. Again, we had this MVP choice from the beginning of the World Series. If you would have been on Patreon, you would have caught it at plus 1,200 when I first made that prediction. And I made that prediction the minute I saw that his name was 117. I'm sticking with Freddie Freeman. I think that he has the best numbers and he has great stats, even though he hasn't performed well. I mean, 5 hits, a home run, and 3 RBIs. I mean, what else do you want from a guy? Compared to his other teammates, he's right there with them. You know, this guy does have a bigger batting average, which is like, I don't think that's what determines who's going to win the World Series MVP. I think the World Series MVP is who has the best, the more of an impact in the team actually winning the series. And again, it's all about Game 6 to me. So hopefully this guy, hopefully he goes 4 for 4, and then we won't have nothing to worry about. You know, Adam Duvall and the catcher, Travis Denard, they have performed well as well, but I think it's really between these 3. Jose Altuve is not winning it because the Astros are not going to win the championship, so Jose Altuve is out of the question. And, you know, we also had Braves in 6, so you guys are going to cash out those futures. Congratulations if they win it today. We pretty much nailed every game in the World Series. It was tricky at first, but then, you know, I think the only game we got wrong was probably Game 1 when I thought the Astros was going to win Game 1, but then it was the other way around. Braves won Game 1, they lost Game 2, and then won 2 in a row. Yesterday was easy. You know, they won 9-5. The Astros won 9-5 on Halloween. Like, Halloween is 95 and Braves is 95. And the Braves won the championship back in 1995. And you know what's amazing about Brian Snitker? If you look up what day he took the role of manager for the Braves, today is actually it's 1,995 days ago. Like 1995, the day that the year that the The last time the Braves won the championship. It's just crazy how they do it, though. So I think it was. I could look this up. I'm gonna look it up to make sure. I think it was May 18th, 2016. That's when he took the manager's job. I could be mistaken. Let me just verify it though. So Brian Snitker, Braves manager. I guess you could put what day did Brian Snitker become see if we can find it here. You see, it was 2016, so I think it was that date. So I want to find the exact date. May 17th. May 17, 2016, Snitker was named Atlanta's interim manager. So I was a day off. But look, from the day he became manager of the Braves to today's game is 1,995 days. The last time the Braves won the championship was in 1995. Hank Aaron, who this playoffs is all about. He was traded from the Braves to the Milwaukee Brewers on this day in history. Actually, 47 years ago today. You cannot make this stuff up. Look at this article here. But after all that hard work, the Hammer wouldn't have an uninterrupted night's sleep in the early morning hours of Saturday, November 2nd, 1974, 47 years ago today. He received a call from then Brewers president Bud Selig, informing him that he was coming back to Milwaukee in exchange for outfielder Dave May and a minor league player to be named later. So today in history, he gets traded from the Braves to the Brewers. What a way to pay tribute to this guy, huh? So, yeah. Right now, the Braves' odds of winning the World Series are at negative 240. You could probably still make some money with that. You got to bet a lot of money, though. You got to bet 240 and make 100. I think this is where the money is, picking the MVP. If you haven't bet on the Braves to win it as of now, which is like, why did you wait this long? We had this in the beginning of the series. We had the Braves winning in 6. I've been saying this every single day. So I'll leave it there. Hopefully this guy he wins. And this is more proof of how rigged this stuff is. Because the odds of him winning the MVP in the beginning of the series was 11-1. 11-1 odds. And even right now, his odds is 7-1. So he's not a lock by any means. You have 2 guys above him who have pretty much performed better than him up to now. So picking the MVP is no cakewalk. I mean, look at these odds. You think Vegas would put these odds that high if this up was easy? It's not. The reason we are able to determine who's going to win it is because of the gematria. Guy named Summerson 117. This is the year of the 117th World Series. And I expect him to be the MVP in the World Series. So let's see what happens. Let's see if he does become the MVP. And let's see if the Braves win it 215 days into the MLB season. I'll leave it there. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thank you guys for your support on Patreon. If you're on YouTube and you want to become a Patreon, just go to the link in the comment section and join us. By the time you're watching this video, the MLB season has concluded. So hopefully you can take advantage of the basketball and hockey and the football. And Good night to everybody. Good night to the 5 people that's watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys later on tonight when we celebrate with Freddie Freeman.